Hey, how's it going? Preps here, and welcome back to another Marvel Strike Force video. And in this video, I'm going to be going over the teams I used to complete the Shattered Dimension. Now, as a lot of players don't have Super Skrull or the Annihilators yet, I wanted to see how hard it would be to do it without them. And while I was able to get it done, there were a couple of hairy moments. But if you follow this guide, you'll have no worries completing it too. Real quick, if you're new to the channel or haven't subscribed yet and you enjoy the content, give it a go, it would really help the channel out. So with all that said, let's get into it. Before we get started, I just want to apologize about the footage I recorded from Shattered Dimension. As you can see from this example, the animations are all messed up. Even on 3x speed, the camera moves at 1x speed, and I tried uninstalling and downloading the game again, but it didn't help, and it wasn't until after I finished recording that I googled it and found out that this wasn't a bug, it's actually a feature. Yep, this thing that you're seeing that makes your eyes bleed, that's apparently a feature. It's fixed now, but yeah, I thought I'd mention it. Alright, first off, I'll go over the Illuminati team because that's the team I think most players will want to invest as little as possible into. So I have Mr. Fantastic, Black Bolt, Iron Man and Black Panther Shuri all at gear tier 16, and I took Hank Pym up to gear tier 17. This team can definitely get the job done at gear tier 16, maybe even less, but as they're required for an upcoming legendary character, I feel like taking them all to gear tier 16 not only makes Shattered Dimension a little bit easier, it also makes sense as far as future investments go. I also took all of them to Blue ISO level 4 just to give them that little bump in stats, but you could probably get it done with level 3. As far as T4s go, I went with Black Bolt's passive, Hank Pym's special and passive, and Shuri's passive. I'm not sure if these are necessary, but probably what I would recommend as a bare minimum. My Mr. Fantastic is 3 diamonds from the rewards for the last pocket dimension. Black Bolt and Iron Man are 7 red stars, while Hank and Shuri are 4 red stars. And I think that's where most free-to-play or free-to-play adjacent players will probably be sitting. If you only have 3 stars on Hank and Shuri, you might need to compensate for that by taking them to gear tier 17, but definitely try them at gear tier 16 first. Moving on to the next section, and it's the Annihilators section, but as I said, I wanted to try and do it without them, so I could put this video out to try and help the players that haven't unlocked them yet. So, the Cosmic team I went with was Val, Kestrel, Void Knight, Kang, and Dormammu. And I'm going to say it right now, Dormammu was the MVP of the day. Even his basic is an AoE that just eats people. It's insane. So Val, Kestrel and Void Knight are all raid characters, and if you're at the stage of the game where you think you can complete Shattered Dimension, then you probably have these characters at gear tier 18 already, for raids and also Dark Dimension 6. If you don't have Dormammu or Kang built up, some other options would be Deathpool, Photon, Silver Surfer, Ultimus, or Icarus and Cersei. Any combination of these characters at gear tier 18 will absolutely destroy the nodes. But I highly recommend taking Dormammu as he's almost a necessity in Dark Dimension 6, and as I said, I'm not using Annihilators in this run. That includes Ultimus. So that's going to make the mythic section later very interesting, but we'll get there. Now, I'm not going to go over the ISO and T4s for these characters because most of you will already have those locked in. Up next is the legendary section for the Annihilator nodes, and here I went with Red Hulk, Morgan Le Fay, Rogue, and Archangel. And to go alongside them, I threw in Old Man Logan. And this is where I'll put my first caveat of the video. I have Old Man Logan at gear tier 19. Not that it matters, because even gear tier 18 on Old Man Logan will be enough to get through the nodes. There are probably better options than the Horseman in Nova, Black Cat, Doc Ock and Green Goblin Classic, but I just wanted to use a team that everyone trying to complete Shattered Dimension would have. This section was fairly easy and really shouldn't be much of an issue to get through. Okay, the mythic section, and this is where it got really interesting because I only have 4 mythic characters built up and one of them happens to be Super Skrull. But I'm a man of my word, no Super Skrull, so I only took Kestrel, Apocalypse and Dormammu. And time for my second caveat, I have Apocalypse at level 100, gear tier 18. But a level 95 would still get the job done, no worries, especially if you happen to be able to take Ultimus, Skrull or even Doom in to help out. I did actually take a bit of damage on this node, but it still wasn't much of an issue. I didn't need to use any health packs at all during this run, so if you take teams similar to mine, you should have no issues completing the Shattered Dimension, and I gotta admit, it was definitely worth it. There's some good rewards at the end. Some final tips, only invest what you need to. The more rewards you can take out of this, the better. Also, Illuminati has really good assist mechanics. Alright, that just about does it for today's video. If you found the information useful, give the video a thumbs up and share it with your alliance. If you haven't subscribed yet, give it a go, it really helps the channel out. As always, thanks for watching, I'll see you in the next one.